Pathway to Success, the course aimed at building a thriving mindset and providing essential tools for achieving your goals in personal finance, presented by the professionals at KVR Team. This course is designed by a financial professional. However, it is meant to be used as an educational resource only. It includes vital information about very critical factors which can determine our level of failure or success in reaching financial goals. It also provides tools and strategies that can help you put money to work instead of always working for money. The following information is not intended to be considered as accounting, investment, tax, legal, or financial advice and should not be taken as such for any particular individual. Please consult with a licensed professional for specialized advice and to build your financial plan. Retirement planning, the cost of healthcare in retirement, long-term care, estate planning. In truth, retirement has nothing to do with your age. It is really only about having enough money to stop working. It just so happens that most people are unable to consider retiring until they are in their mid to late 60s. Retirement planning involves creating a series of action steps for making sure your finances can support you once you decide to stop working. Most people don't make an independent plan and rely on their employer or the government. No one will care for your future more than you. Here are some things you may want to consider. Know your numbers. Just like a GPS system, if you don't have a destination for your retirement, you will not be able to find out how far you have to go or how long it will take you to arrive. For a retirement plan to be most effective, you must know when you want to stop working, exactly how much money you want when you do, and how close you are to your goal as of today. Otherwise, what kind of a plan do you really have? What we should do for better insight is something called reverse engineering. Take your future financial goals and break them down into yearly, monthly, and daily amounts to find out how much you will need to earn from this present time up until your planned future retirement date to meet those future goals. According to the Financial Analyst Journal, you should have at least 22 times your annual income in reserve before you retire. For example, if you make $50,000 per year, you should have at least $1.1 million put aside. Recent data suggests that someone born after 1980 will need at least $2 million in assets to maintain what is known as a basic standard of living after age 65. This, however, still does not address what should be our ultimate goal, which is to have income that flows into our accounts from sources that cannot be depleted or used up. The cost of healthcare in retirement. USA Today's healthcare cost estimate shows that a 65-year-old couple retiring in 2024 can expect to spend $315,000 in healthcare and medical expenses over the course of their retirement. Single retirees can expect to pay more than $135,000 for men and $150,000 for women. The main provider of medical insurance for people in the U.S. after age 65 is a government program called Medicare. People may still be covered by employer plans after 65, but the majority of the country will enroll in Medicare during the 7-month window starting with the 3 months before the month of their birth and the 3 months after. Sign-ups outside of the initial birthday enrollment window are done during the general enrollment period, January 1st to March 31st. All are done through the Social Security Administration. Medicare has 4 parts: A, B, C, and D. Part A is insurance for hospital visits and is free for almost everyone. Part B is for doctor and other medical facility visits. It costs about $135 per month and maybe a bit more for those with income above a certain amount. Part C is called Medicare Advantage. It is a network of selected doctors and hospitals handled by private insurance carriers. The government pays these carriers a certain amount to provide coverage. People who choose a Medicare Advantage plan pay little or zero each month for it. Enrollment in Medicare Advantage plans can be done with the help of an agent in your state. Medicare Parts A and B cover about 80% of approved medical care expenses. To cover the 20% gap, many people enroll in a Medicare supplement plan. This will pay for many of the deductibles, co-pays, and co-insurance expenses. With Medicare and Medicare supplement plans, people have the biggest selection of doctors and hospitals available. It costs considerably more than a Medicare Advantage plan to have access to any doctor and hospital you want when you combine the Part B and Medicare supplement premiums. Part D is the insurance that covers prescription drugs. It can be bought along with enrollment in Parts A and B or included in Medicare Advantage plans. Costs for healthcare are only expected to go higher in the future. Words can hardly express the importance of having a plan in place to pay for the costs that the government may not cover. Without a plan, you are almost certain to be hit with a financial event you cannot handle, and you may wipe out any cash reserve you do have. Remember that your understanding of finances, along with defined action steps, will give you the best chance to reach your goal of financial independence. As mentioned earlier, it's very important to put together a team of advisors and other financial advocates who will work together as they work with you. Long-term care. The ability to pay for skilled nursing or residence in a licensed caretaker facility is beyond the budget of most families. As of 2024, this cost is an estimated $146,000 per year for a shared room in a nursing home. This is roughly $71,000 more than the median family income of $74,580 per year in the US. If you think because you are young, you don't need long-term care coverage, think again. Nearly 40% of people receiving it are between the ages of 18 and 64. Over 70% of those over age 65 will need it. Typical health insurance plans will not pay for long-term care. People who qualify for long-term care benefits are unable to do at least 2 of the following 6 activities of daily living: ADLs, bathing, continence, holding urine, dressing, eating, toileting, transferring, moving into and out of bed. Long-term care can be bought by itself as a standalone plan or as a part of an insurance policy called a rider. Whenever you are purchasing a life insurance product, always check to see if it offers long-term care as a rider. It is usually a very small cost to add if you qualify. Estate planning. Everyone has an estate plan. It is either the one you create or the one the state creates for you when you pass away. We believe it's better to have one that you create. One of the most important parts of getting your finances in order is having an up-to-date estate plan. Most people think an estate plan is only for those who have a significant amount of money. That is not true. Everyone should have one. The cost to set up an estate plan is now within the reach of most people. If you don't have a plan, the government will make up one for you in probate court after you are gone. It can take years to get through this process. It also can cost your family more in fees than they are ready to bear. This is something you can avoid. You must decide between the government and yourself who will do a better job for your family. Most people have belongings, and some have pets they care about and would want to see them taken care of or given to a certain person. Most people also want their family or those close to them to know what their wishes are after they are no longer here. This is part of what becomes a person's legacy. We will cover some essentials here to guide you in creating your plan and securing your legacy. Wills. One of the first steps is to write down your wishes for what you want done with your belongings. Who gets your car, your keepsake jewelry, your special items. This is all put into what is called your last will and testament. Your will can be as short or as long as you need it to be. After you are done, make sure to have it certified as yours by a notary. The cost for this can be as little as $25. Be sure to keep it in a safe place in both electronic form and paper copies. As with many of these important documents, it is always a good idea to work with an attorney from your mastermind team. Power of attorney. For your ongoing finances and daily decisions, you should have a document called a power of attorney that spells out how things are to be handled, and by who if you become unable to do so. Advanced Healthcare Directive next. Write down what you would like done for your health concerns if you are hospitalized or otherwise unable to speak or communicate in any way. You can put in it whether or not you would like to be revived if your vitals stop, and any other situation you can think of. Once you write down your instructions, make sure to have this document notarized as well. TOD, Transfer on Death or Beneficiary Form. Another small but powerful thing you can do to make sure your family receives what is in your bank accounts and any other financial account is to fill out a beneficiary form. This makes sure your funds go right to whoever you choose with no probate court or other lengthy delays. Ask your financial institution for one for each account you have. Fill it out and be sure to get a copy and keep it both electronic and paper forms. Trusts. A way to protect your legacy and pass it to the next generation. A trust is a set of documents that a person, the grantor, creates while they are still alive with the help of legal counsel. The cost for setting up a trust is less than you might think. It can protect what you have built from creditors and allow a smooth transfer of things you want to give to those you care about without having to go through probate court. Trusts have to be funded. Your property and valuables must be titled in the name of the trust, owned by the trust, instead of in your name in order to work the way they are supposed to. The executor, or trustee, a person chosen by the grantor, manages the property and distributes it to the beneficiaries once the grantor passes away according to the terms in the document that established the trust. This is known as a trust agreement. You should always consider making the trust the beneficiary of your life insurance policies. One powerful strategy is to use life insurance money to buy an annuity for the trust for use by the family once the grantors have passed away. If it is a sufficient amount of money, the principal can stay intact and interest from the annuity payout stream can be used to benefit the family for generations to come. The trust will contain the details of how the money will be distributed to your family. Talk with a qualified advisor and make sure they talk with your accountant and your lawyer and work together for you. There are two main kinds of trusts used. These two main forms affect how a grantor may handle the assets. They are called revocable or reversible and irrevocable, non-reversible. Either type of trust can be put together by an attorney for a tiny fraction of what you may have to pay in court and lawyers' fees if you don't have one. Revocable trusts. A revocable trust lays out how the grantor's property and assets are taken care of and distributed both while alive and after passing. The grantor still retains the right to amend or even discontinue the trust. However, this type of living trust doesn't protect assets against creditors or avoid estate taxes because the grantor retains complete control of the assets. Irrevocable trusts. An irrevocable trust is a trust that cannot be changed without the beneficiary's permission. When the grantor passes away, the assets in this type of trust are distributed to the trust beneficiaries according to the grantor's wishes, much the same as a revocable trust. This type of trust protects assets from creditors because the grantor no longer owns the property, so they cannot be taken to pay debts. The trust now controls the property or assets. The grantor can still indirectly control what goes on with the trust. Even though trust can reduce taxes and protect assets, the trust itself can be taxed. You can cover yourself with an additional insurance policy to pay any and all fees and taxes that the trust may be responsible for. An attorney should be consulted along with an advisor to assist you with drafting and funding your trust. This helps to ensure everything is in order and less likely to be challenged. Thank you for watching our educational video. For any questions or assistance, please contact us at kvrteam.com.